Morning. Have you lived in a hostel before? And are you wondering how it feels like to live in a hostel? I'm gonna show you today. Welcome to Bangkok's hostel. So this is one of the hostel that I was looking to stay. In Bangkok, there is about 2 or 3 hostels that I was quite interested to see and experience for myself. So this hostel costs 20 Singapore dollars per night, and I'm gonna show you around the area. So this hostel is a little bit unique. I've chosen this hostel because it has a co-working environment. So it's a co-living space of total. There's only 8 capsules, and there's also a co-working space. So wherever I go, be it a hotel or hostel, I want there to be a proper working space for me to do my work. So this is not your average, I would say, it's not your really super broke place to crash at, you know, where the people that you meet in the hostel are people who are drug addicts or alcoholic. This is a completely different experience, but first and foremost, I'm going to show you how the place looks like. This is a very good. It's a very friendly staff of UnionSPACE. He sells some beverages at the daytime, and at night time he sells wigs. Very cool guy. Okay, let's go in. So in UnionSPACE, there's 4th floor. This is the counter. The first 3 floors is meant for co-working offices, and for the first floor, this looks like a very cool looking offices made from like containers and stuff. So all these are co-working space. Not co-working space. These are offices. So over here in this hostel, there isn't a lift. So I really recommend that. If you come to some hostels, right? Even if you were to book from Agoda, they do not tell you whether they have a lift or not. So it's not really convenient for anyone who's carrying a check-in baggage, those large one, the 28-inch baggage. That was what happened to me, and I didn't know there was no lift, and it was so heavy that it was impossible for me to carry up to my hostel level, which is level 4. So if you're coming to stay in a hostel, you definitely need to stick to a carry-on baggage. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time carrying it above. Continuing the stairs. This is actually the co-working space that people who are living in co-living capsules and also the tenants of these offices can come to use. However, today there is a private event. So sometimes they use the space as private event as well. There's a cafe. We get to use the outdoor space, and we can buy some sticks over here and beef rice bowl. This is another level of offices. Every floor there is a washroom for the women and the gents, which I use, once in a while if the bathroom upstairs is full. So this is some of the more private workspace if you want to use. Okay, this is a very cool coat. So, I like the kind of coats they have here. So when you're an entrepreneur and times is tough, especially at the beginning where you need to build your product and you don't earn much profit, there isn't always someone around. To be honest, being an entrepreneur is really not easy, which is why most people don't become entrepreneur, or they become entrepreneur for a few months. So if you really want to build a product in the world, you have to be able to go through the tough time, and that sometimes includes knowing that you're not gonna go through a rough financial times where you don't earn a lot, but you're putting a lot of your time and energy into building the product. And I'm going to talk more about this later on, but I'm going to show you this. So this is the third floor offices. Yeah, very cool. This is good for if I want to read a book or I want to edit my videos. And as someone who likes to take off my shoe and put up my leg, this is perfect. So just like this. It's very comfortable. The best thing of all, look at this coat. You may see me struggle, but you will never see me quit. It's a perfect place to come here to contemplate or read a book. And quotes like this really keeps us going. But hey, I'm gonna show you the co-living space. So we have come to the this is the fourth floor. So what I did with my luggage is to leave it downstairs and only take what I need to the fourth floor. It's where we keep our slippers. So far no one has stolen any shoes. Yeah, and this is our living space. We have a filtered drinking water, hot and cold. I cleaned the microwave oven because it was pretty dirty and it looks like no one is going to clean it. Oh, it's going to be pretty dirty again. So very limited amenities here. There's some cups, 2 bowls and just a few fork and spoon. So they always say that they offer free coffee and tea, but it's really the cheap kind. And I've never really even drank it from here. So sometimes you can stash your stuff here, but whether it goes missing or not is a risk. But so far, so good. No one really steal my stuff. After all, I also mentioned that I didn't choose the hostel that was the cheapest and the poorest condition, even though I would say that this place has the best condition. So the people that I tend to meet here are just people who are more of a social bird. Some of them could actually afford to rent a 1-bedroom condominium through Airbnb or book a hotel, but they just want that social experience where they can speak to someone else, other tourists and other digital nomads. So that's why they are willing to be here and put up with the fact that they have to share the bathroom and also a sleeping area. It's a fridge. Do you wanna guess which is my area? The area that's most organized. I have 4 different kind of vitamin drinks in one row. My orange juice and green tea has finished. This is my room. Sometimes there is like a expired food which is still there after a week. I was actually throw them away if I realize that the person has left. So this is our dining table, and sometimes we use it as a working space. My stuff, I'm about to go shower soon. This is our balcony. So this is where we can dry our clothes, a place to sit if you want to smoke. And this is our washing machine. Not in the best condition. They don't really, sometimes I don't think they provide a detergent solution as well. It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. This is where we wash our plates and cutleries. I won't say the best condition either. Sometimes I come here to practice my qigong. This is our living area. There's so many mosquitoes in this hostel. So this is provided by me. And it's not even working on Thai mosquitoes. They just keep coming. And I found this on the 2nd floor. I brought it up here. This is to electrify all the mosquitoes. Oh, I guess there's a mosquito here. Let's see. And this is one of the areas where the cat will nap here as well as on that chair. I'm going to show you at night once you arrive. So there's actually a resident cat that will come and, you know, pet us. Okay, this is the bathroom. So this is a more of an integrated bathroom. This bathroom comes with the shower as well as the bathroom. Not a very pleasant experience. This is the basin, toilet bowl, hoops. Yeah, you can see how dirty it is. At the side there's like colorings on it. So in this bathroom, the handle is spoiled. On my first day, I went to test out all the showers in order to know which shower room I would want to use for the longer term. So I'm staying here for about close to 2 weeks, and I can tell you, this bathroom has no heater but has a very strong shower pressure. And this is provided by me as well. So unfortunately, this hostel doesn't even provide any single thing. This is a hand wash that I've put here for everyone to share. I just think that there's no way that we don't provide a hand wash in the bathroom. Anyway, this is my cubicle, and this is like I can tell that it really even wash or scrub the walls and the side. So actually I'm an Airbnb super host, so even for me, for every stay, I'll take a sponge and put some hand wash detergent, and I will actually scrub this area, and you can tell that they didn't do that. You see, it's been here like since century. That's fine. Sometimes they will wash here. It's kind of broken, and it smells a little bit hasn't been washed as well for 1 week. What they usually, so far the kind of cleaning they do is they take out these wooden towels, which is from IKEA, and they will just scrub the bottom, but they don't wash on top, which is pretty disgusting, because if someone pees here, the smell will get soaked into the wood and they don't even wash it. So that's pretty disgusting. And I tell you, the stench here is about 3 out of 10 in terms of smelliness, and I do want to get out of here. Gross. So there's no heater here, it's spoiled. Even though I've informed them, they didn't actually do anything about it. But the water pressure here is pretty, pretty strong. I've placed some face scrub, body scrub and shampoo here, and I don't mind anyone sharing it with me. So far no one really comes here because there is no heater. And the first night when I on the shower, right, sometimes the mosquito will just come out from here. It's pretty disgusting. Okay, this is the last bathroom. The last bathroom is obviously just right in everything. So some of my roommate followed me as well. They got their own hand wash and put it in the shower room. The power of influence. So this bathroom smells a bit as well, but the strength of the it got stronger. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna come back to this bathroom. So some of them will place their hand soap around here. This has been around for so long. Yeah, sometimes people just leave their stuff here even though they have left. Let's throw this away. See, it's kind of like dirty. Okay. Best for the last, I'm gonna show you our room. Oh, by the way, we do have a smart TV here, Netflix and Spotify. They do provide clean towels. Even though I hang my towels near my bedroom, they will actually take it and wash it every day. Some blankets. So this is where we keep our luggages, but mine is so heavy, it weighs about 20 kg, so it's at the lobby. And yeah, I have no idea how they brought up their large luggages, so heavy. So everyone will have a container to keep all their shower gels and stuff. But because my shower gel is extremely premium, I don't keep it here. I only keep my toothbrush and I had to buy a drink from Chai Moon to have a drinking glass, washing glass. So yeah, this is the. There is only a total of 8 capsules, and there's the bottom one and there's the top one. So on my first week here, my capsule was number 8, and it was like so hard to get in. Okay, see, there is like the door is kind of like folded, so when I try to open, I can only enter like 1/3 of it or 2/3 of it. It was so hard to get in. This is the size of the door to my body. I'm 165 cm. You can see. I have to climb on top of here to get in. So when I enter, right, I can. This is really hard to enter, so I have to do this. I have to enter through this way. God. Okay, but the good thing, so I've actually went to ask them for a different capsules. So I went, I got this. Okay. Welcome to my capsule. You can see this is a very different experience. So in my capsule, I can straight open the door. This is so much easier to climb in, and they should have made all capsule the same experience. Sliding door, not the folded door. Because when you stay in a hostel, right, especially at night, you have to be super conscious of the noise that you. Unlike the bunk bed hostel, this is a bit more comfortable. So you have a proper stairs here, more privacy, and because everyone is living in a capsule, it's lesser noise as well. So this is where the aircon is coming from. I have no idea what is this. So this is my room. So they provided a pillow which is pretty thin, and the number one thing that really saved me and brought me comfort no matter which place I stay is having my own pillow. So this is my silk pillow that I have from Singapore, which I didn't sell away. I do wash it like every 3 months with organic detergent. And mine is like very nice soft cushion, you can see. It's pretty thick. So far usually people don't bring their pillow, but if you really want to travel the world and your budget goes up and down, you definitely need a pillow. It's the only thing that gives you comfort at night, and I'm going to show you their pillow. Like instantly, it's just pretty flat. There's no proper cushion. Hey everyone, this is our resident cat. This is a female cat. I call this cat Kitti. Meow. He just jumped into my bed. Oh, like a boss, huh? Kitty, what you looking for? So this cat is usually around in the evening on some alternate days. So this cat made this hostel a nicer place to stay. Kitty is a very special and sociable cat. Yeah, aren't you? So some cats, right, they only go near you when you have food for them. But Kitty, right, I seen that she has the ability to she's very empathetic, so when she's able to sense that there's a newcomer in the hostel, and she will just I don't know what you call it, she will just sort of like this, I don't know what you call this, she'll just sort of like pet you, go near you, pet you. She's friendly, she doesn't really bite, and she'll show you some love and attention. Yeah, she'll just move around your feet and sometimes jump to your lap.
And in some occasions, she even will lick your hand or arm. She's a very empathetic cat. Most of the time, my pants is full of Kitty's fur. Look at that. Okay, no biting. So it's a pretty good strategy to bring a house cat into. What is she doing? Okay, she just bit me. I don't know why she does that. No cat bit each other. Okay, go. Let's go. Can we go out, Kitty? Luckily, I'm leaving on Friday, which is like the day after tomorrow. So it's fine that there's cat's fur in my bed. Usually she doesn't come in. I just happen to saw her in the living room and she followed me in. But the thing about cat is that their love is always changing. Sometimes she sees someone new, she'll go after them, and then she comes to you when there's nobody else. She's pretty intelligent and she won't actually come into the hostel, into the capsule to disturb anyone unless you have played with her before. Oh, Kitty. No. You just spoiled the luggage. What have you done? Let's go. She scratched the luggage. So usually she would lie here or she would sit on the second chair. There's a lot of mosquito here. Let's talk about a few things why I'll admit that currently I'm actually pretty broke. So on 11th of January, I left Singapore with $10,000 and my iPhone spoiled. So my iPhone is literally my everything, is my main computer. So I do have a MacBook which I got on a very huge discount. So my iPhone spoiled. There was some issue with the typing keyboard. So I got myself a new iPhone. So let's round up the price to $2,000. So I got myself an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Because I bought it in Changi Airport, right? I get to save on the GST. So instead of just buying iPhone 14 Pro, I get to have a free upgrade to iPhone 14 Pro Max. So if you want to buy something that's $1,000, please just buy it at buy it at the Changi airport, buy it at the airports because you can actually save a lot. I mean, you can save $100 or $200, and if that's, we're talking about a phone, that could be a free upgrade to an extra size. So you see $10,000. I want to show everyone that you can travel the world with only $10,000. So now I'm left with $8,000. And for me, right, I knew that if I want to leave the full-time employment, I have to earn my own money, and I can't just have one source of income. I need a multiple source of income. So I'm left with $8,000. And in Thailand, Bangkok, if you were to rent a place for 1 year, you will need to pay 2 months deposit. So I would say about $2,000 over dollars is gone. So I'm left with over $6,000. From 11 January to now, right now it's actually coming to end of March. I would say this, let's make it like coming to close to 3 months. In 2.5 months, that 6,000 is gone, and 2.5 months, so almost about every month it cost me about $2,000 to survive. And I don't go to restaurants or bar. So today is my last day here in this hostel, and I'm heading to Cambodia today. So we're just gonna record about how I feel about hostel in general, and what I like about this hostel and what I do not like about this hostel. So for me, I've stayed in 2 hostels in my life. One was in KL, the one where the ceiling collapsed, and that cost me about $25 Singapore dollars per night. In my first experience in a hostel, I realized that okay, in that hostel there was a lift. I would say overall my experience of a hostel is overall it's not really for me. A few reasons. Okay, I think most of us are drawn to hostel for 2 reasons. It's either you're financially not doing well, that's why you're staying in a hostel, or it could be for social reasons. For example, you want to share a living room or a working space with someone and you want to make more friends. So I do see a lot of social encounters in a hostel environment, especially in the living room. However, right, I would say the negative, the not so positive thing is that you do not have privacy. So some commercials. So I would say the negative aspect is that you don't get a very peaceful sleep, not so much, and the condition may not be as good. In terms of cleanliness is not there, privacy is not there, because you stay in a hostel, right? So hostel tends to be cheap, so you pay what you get for. However, I think that if you were to just top up $5 or $10 per night, you actually can get a much better room. So overall, I personally don't really like hostel. However, I'm still gonna try 1 or 2 more hostels just to get the experience for like a week. Okay, so what I like about this hostel is that first of all, there is a resident cat, and this is a very special house cat, and it really does make the stay much better. I think the second thing is that there was some night where I helped some of the guests with, like, you know, they were just looking for towels, things like that. They don't really know where things are being placed, and I helped them. So a few nights ago, there was this Korean guy. Before he left, he used a Google Translate and to say like, thank you for being friendly and show me some warmth. I really felt happy, things like that. So I was quite shocked because I didn't. So it is kind of like, you know, because this hostel doesn't really help you. So in this hostel, right, the staff does not help you to settle down. They are not gonna help tell you where things are, and they're not gonna introduce you around the environment. So you're gonna help yourself, or sometimes you have to depend on someone else to show you around. So because of this, right, we get to so-called help someone, and sort of made a social bond based on that. So it's kind of nice to actually help to make someone stay better because you are more friendly to them. So that's cool. Some of the social encounters can be nice. I guess if you were to, I mean, if you are really broke, I guess hostel would be a good choice for you. However, for me, it's still not worth it overall. Okay, so yeah, this is 2 things. One is I like the cat. Second thing is I do like it when I have made an impact in someone's life. The third thing is that I do like the co-working space. However,
we have to leave the co-working space at 11 p.m. Which brings me to my next point, what I do not like about this hostel. So the thing is, we have a dining table just outside of our one bed and also a living room. So if the co-working space is not available, that becomes our only working desk. So there isn't enough working space 24/7. That's one. And number two, which is very important, is that the bathroom and the entire hostel is not professionally cleaned or maintained. So I can tell that for years they have not scrubbed the walls, the basin. I mean, the inner basin, yes, the tap, other area, not. There isn't, okay? So there's like yellowness on the walls of the toilet, and the toilet smells. Like, you know, it's not like a hotel where someone will clean. In terms of cleaning, I'm referring to like mopping the floor, sanitizing the whole surface area. They don't do that at all. So it's pretty dirty, and considering that it's $20 per night, it's really not worth it. Okay, so if 1 month I spend 600, I can get a 1-bedroom condominium in Phuket for 600 to 900 Singapore dollars. So I'd rather stay there than to stay in a hostel. So yeah, cleanliness is not there, and don't really have enough co-working space. The third thing is a loss of privacy. So sometimes, even though yes, you may get to have social interactions with others, however, right, they may take away your privacy. So some of them may not have, they don't have this ability to read your body language that you need some private space, and they will just keep on talking to you, asking you, to me, like stupid questions, you know. They just can't stop having conversations with you, and that really takes away all your productivity, like literally all. You can't expect someone to just go into the bunk bed to do their work. It's not very comfortable. So sometimes you just want your privacy, and others, they just may not be able to read that well. So you lose a lot of privacy. If you want to be really efficient and productive, you have a lot of important work to do, you will not be able to be productive. And of course, the fourth thing is that because I sleep at UK timing, so that means 6 a.m. and there's gonna be noises around you. It's kind of hard to sleep. It's pretty hard to sleep. Yeah, there's gonna be noises around you, even though it's a capsule. I would say that if you're coming here, you're sleeping at normal timing, and you just want some noise to wake you up so that you can be on time for your work. This might work for you, but for me it doesn't work. Sometimes I just need a private space where no one talks to me and I can just focus on my work. I don't get that here at all. I have to like hide somewhere. So yeah, this fourth thing. I would say the fifth aspect is really a lot of things is missing. It's kind of okay, I can suck it up if there's no amenities like swimming pool or gym. However, like the rest of the things are not the hygiene, right? Okay, the hygiene is not really there. In the fridge, right? Because you don't have a personal fridge, and some people will leave their stuff for very, very long, and it's starting to rot, and no one actually bothered to throw that away. So I was the one who actually threw the, spoiled food away, which I already know that the person has left, but they didn't clear it. In the microwave oven, I was the one who had to clean it. There was just no maintenance at all. And I think the fifth thing that I didn't like was way too many mosquitoes. I have to zap. I get mosquito bite almost every single day, and I have to kill at least 10 mosquitoes per day. And I don't get that in my private home in Bangkok. I don't have that. I don't even have mosquito in my own home because I don't open the window, and I make sure that I clean the space well. So yeah, overall, I feel that I don't really like a hostel life. I don't really enjoy staying in a hostel, and the money that you try to save on it is just not worth it. You lose too much privacy, and cleanliness is all, and your quality of sleep is just not there. And I just feel that it's more for people who are in their early or mid-20s, and people who are more like a tourist. They just need a cheap place to stay, but for someone who wants to be productive, a proper home, this is not ideal. I don't mind spending 10 Singapore dollars for a hostel, but 20 Singapore dollars is a bit high, and I would expect it to be very, very clean, and that's not the case here. Oh yeah, no, sorry, number 6 thing that I do not like is that there is no lift. I didn't know that there was no lift, and it was not being mentioned in Agoda. And the thing about Agoda app is that all these third-party booking sites, when you message them to ask questions, they don't reply you at all. So yeah, I mean, if your budget is less than 500 Singapore dollars per month, you would have to consider hostel. It's probably your only options. But if you have a budget of between 500 Singapore dollars to 1,000 Singapore dollars, you can easily get a 1-bedroom condo through Airbnb or a much better hotel with a private room and private bathroom. Yeah, not having private bathroom, I didn't imagine myself being able to bring my shower gel in and out of the bathroom every single day, but I still did it. It's not as inconvenient as I thought. However, if the bathroom is not clean, then it's a big deal, okay? It's a deal breaker. So overall, I don't really like hostel, and I definitely would prefer a private bedroom with own bathroom. And I just don't like it. Oh no, number 7. What I do not like is that the door, right? The good thing is that the door has a lock so that you can keep yourself safe inside the room and also keep your belonging in the room. However, it's a wooden door, so sometimes if you get the wrong capsicle, it makes a lot of noise when you open the door. And every single second you have to think about whether you're making any noise for your for the other people who are sleeping in the hostel room. So that is not, I mean, it feels like you have to tiptoe all the time not to make any noise for other people. And sometimes other people do make a lot of noise. For example, they will talk really loudly in the living room and they don't close the hostel room door. And the hostel is a bit poorly maintained. So I saw 2 times where my hostel mates, they got locked out of the bedroom because the door auto locked on itself. And I feel that I was the one going around doing a bit of maintenance. For example, the tap, right, it was spoiled. Some people just left the bathroom without making sure that the tap was off. So I heard this noise and I went to off it. So I feel like I was doing a lot of work for them, and I was zapping mosquitoes, spraying mosquito stuff. And they don't even provide hand wash. That's super important. I will not stay in any place that doesn't provide hand wash. It's basic hygiene, and you can easily get food poisoning for not having a hand wash. So I was the one who bought it and have to place it there for everyone to use it. So you see, there's just too many negative aspects and very few positive aspects, and a cat is not enough to make you want to stay in a hostel. And the so-called social interaction, it can be very brief. You might not really make very close or good friends from your encounters. So overall, the negative aspect is just too much. Yeah, I would definitely prefer a private bedroom with private bathroom in a hotel where there is a proper co-working lounge at the lobby. That will be my go-to. So yeah, this is my experience staying in a hostel in Bangkok. See ya!